Hello, this is David Hennessey with the Christian Alliance for Orphans. Thank you so much to all of our friends and supporters and churches that are behind us for the Global Movements Initiative. I want to reach out this Christmas season and tell you a little bit about the exciting things that have happened in 2013 and give you a vision for what 2014 looks like in the world of global orphan care. 2013 has really been an amazing year in terms of global orphan care and for the Global Movements Initiative with all the leaders that I work with all around the world. This year, we saw over 50 countries participate in Orphan Sunday. In 2013, we saw the first Global Leadership Forum at CAFO's annual summit. The Leadership Forum had over 70 participants from over 20 countries gathering together to learn about this global orphan care movement and how they can start and grow an orphan care movement within churches within their own countries. As we look towards 2014, I can speak of so many goals that we have, like reaching 16 national orphan care movements in countries around the world, working in 8 different world regions, reaching 75 countries for Orphan Sunday. But what I really want to talk about is the heart of what we're doing, and that's multiplication. For those of you who know me, you know that my passion is in orphan care, adoption, fostering, and mentoring, and other forms of reaching out to orphans that are in orphanages or on the streets around the world. My goal is to help multiply that passion in the leaders that I work with internationally, and I want to share a few stories with you. One of the stories that I would like to share with you is that of Pastor George Ndawa in Nairobi, Kenya. This August, I got to attend in Nairobi the 3rd annual East African Orphan Summit with about 300 people present. Talk about this man of God who has a passion for orphans and a passion for caring for them, a passion for adoption, that he himself has adopted several children, and now he is multiplying that among hundreds of other people. I also want to talk about a friend of mine, Shuken Biswas from Bangladesh. Shuken has a passion for children. He's been working in children's ministry for over 20 years. He's a leader in the Christian church in Bangladesh. And he has gotten this passion for orphans as well and really sees the church as a reason to care for orphans. And he led a conference of 200 other Bangladeshi leaders to come together and learn about how their churches can support orphans and care for orphans, and is beginning the movement in that country. This summer I had the blessing of going to Guatemala City to work with several other CAFO ministry partners and produce a orphan summit there in Guatemala. We had almost 300 pastors, ministry leaders, and orphan care advocates that showed up for that conference. And in turn, the exciting thing that's happening as a result of that is an alliance of Guatemalan churches and ministries has begun. Our prayer is that Guatemala will be a country where the church truly rises, that children are adopted and fostered into Guatemalan Christian family homes. Another great story is Pastor Daniel Kagwa in Uganda. Pastor Daniel and his church in a single day closed down an orphanage and provided 15 orphans homes within families of that church, and that was 3 years ago. To date, they have continued to multiply that effort, and 38 orphans now have homes within their own church. Working with Pastor Daniel this year, Pastor Daniel is now going throughout Uganda and the region, spreading that message among multiple churches, and I'm so excited in 2014 to have the opportunity to go visit him and be able to speak with hundreds of pastors to help spread that inspiration and excitement about orphan care. As many of you know, we cannot do this alone. We really need your help. First of all, those of you who've been supporting us financially and through prayer, thank you very much for doing that. One, I really ask for your prayers for 2014. Not just today, but throughout the year. Please be praying for the global orphan care movement, and please be praying for us as a family, that as we reach out to these leaders, that the Holy Spirit is truly guiding and speaking in ways that only He can. Financially, we could use some help. I'm looking for 5 new families to join with us this year in terms of monthly support. That's anywhere from $50 a month to $200 a month. Or honestly, any gift, it would be deeply appreciated. This year, at the end of 2013, as you're considering end-of-year gifts to different charities, I ask that you consider giving to the Christian Alliance for Orphans, specifically to the Global Movements Initiative, to help fund all of these efforts, to fund leadership development, conferences in other countries to help the local church rise as that primary answer for orphans in their midst. Just as you've heard these stories of multiplication of faith and passion, you have the opportunity at the end of this year to multiply your passion and your faith as well. Through a generous gift from a foundation, any gifts that you give to CAFO's Global Movements Initiative will be matched dollar for dollar up to $35,000. You can give online at global.cafo.org. That will go directly to the Global Movements Initiative. Or you can send a check to the address that's on the email. Please make sure you make a note that it's for the Global Movements Initiative so we can take advantage of that matching gift. It is my prayer that the Lord will bless you and your family this Christmas season and into 2014. Thank you again so much for your support. Thank you for your love, and thank you for your prayers.